Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Pisces, for your meditative session, you guys got Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings, number 64, making a 10. Honestly, when I was saying it, my heart kind of like hurt. Like I felt like a pain in my chest, and I feel like some of you guys can be like going through it right now. And I would want to say that their message to you is like the fact, like that you had to learn this way. This is the way that you were gonna learn it. And I know that's like a terrible thing to say to someone when you're like in pain, because I feel like the divine and spirit has a kind of wicked sense of like a wicked sense of doing things. Like I don't even know if that makes sense, but it's like the way that they do things for us is like sometimes like I think the worst. Like I think that they can do it in such bad ways, but they think it's like the best way for us. So that's what I'm getting. It's like whatever you're learning in this, or whatever pain you're going through, it's like this is the way that you were going to learn it. Oh my god, my throat. This is the way that you were going to learn it, and this is why it happened in this way. Like this was for you. And even though I don't think you feel like that right now, that's what I'm getting. So yeah, Pisces, let's pull some cards and see what we get. So Pisces, I feel like this reading is for someone who is kind of in between. It's like your stability versus like this person. I feel like this person, you do feel like it's not worth it anymore with this person. Like I don't think that you think that this is like gonna work out anymore. And I feel like here with the Two of Pentacles twice, right? It's like a decision, right? And I feel like the decision has to do with, again, you're clarified with the Two of Coins, and it's like this King of Coins versus the Seven of Wands. So I feel like it's like your stability versus like putting in work, right? It's like it's like if you decide to like leave the situation and not put work in with this person anymore, or if it's like worth like staying with this person but possibly not being like stable anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you have a tough decision, because I feel like this person might bring you out of balance, right? And I feel like the reason that this brings you out of balance is because this relationship was sought after at a time when you were not like aligned, right? I didn't get a lot of clarifiers in this reading, so I feel like they didn't want, like there's not too many clarifiers, so I feel like this is actually like the literal meaning of these two cards. It's like there was a time when you thought that this was your love, and like you thought that this was everything, but the problem was that you were working in this energy and you were not working in like the right energy, right? So it's like whatever you saw after in this cycle, the reason that it's like conflicting and the reason that it is the heaven and the earth in reverse was that it was never supposed to be the heaven and earth, right? Because this is the energy you were in. So it's like when you're not in the right energy, like sometimes we seek relationships for comfort and not for like love, or do you know what I'm saying? What it was like the reason that you saw this relationship had to do with like an insecurity maybe, or something that triggers your ego, right? And that's why you sought out this relationship. So that's like the thing that I'm getting. It's like this isn't working out, not because of you, like it's not like you're doing anything wrong in this relationship or they're doing anything wrong. It's just like this was meant to like, this is kind of like a lesson, right? This relationship is kind of meant to be what it is. And I feel like you've tried your best to like work through it, but I feel like with the heaven and earth and the union underneath, it's like I don't think this was meant to be like forever and ever. I think this was meant to be like a chapter of your life to learn something. And I think that it's really hard for you to accept that with like sometimes life stings. It's like sometimes the things that are put in our path are for us to like learn something. And again, it has to do with the energy we're in when we're like persevering a relationship. It's like, I think like this relationship was, again, found under the wrong circumstances. Maybe both of you guys were working in the wrong energy, and that's why it's like you found each other for like reasons that the divine had to like teach you something, but it wasn't like that you found each other because this is like your soulmate. Do you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like, we don't know that sometimes. Like, maybe you thought this was your soulmate, right? But it's like, I feel like you're getting clarity with the body and mind card that, like, the way that this feels, it doesn't feel right, right? Like, you're getting proof with the death and rebirth and the body and mind. It's like, I think you know that, like, something has to kind of end, right? And I think that, you know, you're getting more balanced day by day and understanding, like, what this was, or that's at least how they want you to see this, right? Because even though I feel like with the Eight of Wands in reverse, you're not feeling, like, you're feeling like this is, like, not what you thought it would be, right? With this, like, I feel like the Eight of Wands upright in this deck is, like, about someone who feels really free and, like, happy. And I feel like with this in reverse and the Temperance, it's like, I feel like you're not feeling great right now. I feel like you're very upset and, like, you're not really handling it well. But I think that they are there to, like, with the Temperance, there's something that they're trying to, like, they're not leaving you alone. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that, like, this was meant to be what it was meant to be. And with the Five of Wands, I think it conflicts you that this had to go this type of way, right? Like, the fact that this relationship wasn't what you thought it was, and this person isn't who you thought they were, and you're not who you thought you were, because, like, you're like, why am I even in this relationship? Like, it has a lot to do with, like, the two of you, but it has a lot to do with, like, again, the energy that you're both in, like, what you were seeking after in the first place. And, like, again, it has a lot to do with both of your energies at the time that you met, right? Like, the time that you guys met, but depending on, like, think back at that time, like, where you were at, and if you were, like, I would want to say balanced, right? And I feel like with this Temperance coming out and the conflict, it's like maybe the two of you weren't balanced at the time that you met. And both, like, it's not only on you and it's not only on them, it's both of you, right? Like, you guys sought each other out for a reason, right? And I feel like this Heaven and Earth is, like, kind of like saying that the contract is over. Like, whatever you're meant to learn from this person, it's like you've learned it, right? And with the Death and Rebirth card, I feel like you know that this has to come to some sort of end. And I think you're becoming more and more aware of that every single day with this Body and Mind card. And yeah, it's like a choice between you or them, basically, right? It's like your stability versus, like, if you keep putting work in, I feel like you're gonna crumble, or this is just not, like, it's not worth pursuing anymore. So yeah, Pisces, this is a really tough read. Like, I think, like, there's nothing really more to say. Like, there's no blame that you should put on yourself. I mean, like, again, sometimes we're just unbalanced, and this is, like, the way that you were meant to learn this. I know that's a hard thing to say, but that's what they were saying in the meditative sessions. Like, this is the way, like, the only way you would have learned this. Or, like, sometimes, like, yeah, like, sometimes we just have to learn things this way. And I know, like, that's a tough thing to hear, but I just feel like that's what the message is. It's like, this not working out was, like, meant to happen, right? Like, that's how I'm feeling. It's like it was meant not to work out. And it's like, only, like, you didn't know that, right? So it's like you would have obviously done things differently if you would have known that. But I think that's just something, like, we have to accept, right? So yeah, Pisces, let me see if there's any divine feminines for you. So Pisces, I think the advice with the fairies, there's no divine feminines, and I didn't want to leave it at that. So you guys got the Singer of Courage and the Journeyman. And the Singer of Courage is obviously, like, having the courage and the strength to, like, do something. It's self-explanatory. And the Journeyman is kind of like the Fool. So I feel like for you, they want you to have the courage to kind of, like, walk away from this. And the way that you walk away from this and, like, what you take from this, they want you to, like, lighten the load, right? Like, the Journeyman doesn't have any baggage with them, right? Like, they're just kind of free, right, to do whatever it is that like to start over basically. And I know that's like a scary thing, but I think that it's important for you to have the strength to do it, like the courage to do it. I think right now it's like hard for you to find that strength to move on or to like leave this person. But again, I don't feel like I don't think this is like a healthy thing. And I think it's definitely time to like kind of get up and like go, right? And have the courage to like, even if it's to be on your own, and even though you don't have a lot, it's like you have more with nothing. Like bringing anything with you from this is like, you know what I mean? Like it's not necessary. You don't need it. So yeah, Pisces, this is what I'm getting for you guys. I love you guys. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.